Hey guys, I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video I'll be sharing with you guys how to draft a basic sleeve pattern. So we'll start by folding our pattern, or if you have your material, you start by folding your material into two using your bicep measurement. So your bicep measurement divided by 2 plus your seam allowance. I'm using 1 inch seam allowance. You can go ahead and use 1.5 inches seam allowance. So now we've gotten the quantity of pattern paper we need. You can go ahead and use your scissors to trim it off. So I decided to mark my starting line by ½ inch. You can just use the top part of your material as the starting line or the armhole line. So from that starting line, I just went down by 5 inches. So go down by 5 inches from that your starting line, and at that 5 inches we'll measure the bicep measurement. So I also went down by 11 inches for my elbow, and I also went down at 15 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance as my sleeve length. So I'm basically drafting a 3/4 sleeve. So guys, at that starting point, just go in from there by 4 inches. Then from that line, you just go down by 2.5 inches. This will serve as a guide to guide you to make a curve. So at this bicep line, divide your bicep measurement by 2 and add 1 inch seam allowance. Then from this top part of the sleeve or the cap sleeve, just use your free hand to make a curve, connecting all the points that we've made together, as I'm doing like this. So go down to your elbow line, divide your elbow measurement by 2, and as well add 1 inch for your seam allowance. Then at your round sleeve or the sleeve length, divide your round sleeve measurement by 2 and also add your seam allowance. So I'm basically drafting a 3/4 sleeve. If you're drafting a long sleeve, you still did the same. You just divide your wrist measurement by 2 and add your 1 inch seam allowance. So we'll go ahead and draw a straight line connecting all the dots. So to check if you're on the right track, you can just divide your armhole measurement by 2, then place it on the pattern paper or your materials. I'm doing like this. So we've gotten our armhole measurement as well as 1 inch seam allowance. So we are done with drafting of this sleeve. So it is very simple. It's as simple as you've seen it. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not. So right here, I was trying to add something like ½ inch seam allowance.